This is a story about Eggplant. Actually, it's a story about cooperation that I believe embodies the values shared by farmers dating back generations and generations. During our first season of farming at Stony Point Center, I didn't know what to expect from the land. In the spring, we had opened up fields that had been grassy lawns for years and planted all kinds of crops: lettuce, kale, broccoli, carrots, zucchini, cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, and of course, eggplant.
And my baby cooks her eggplant.
By the middle of the summer, it became very clear that we were going to have a bumper crop of eggplant. We were harvesting way more than the kitchen needed for meals, and we were looking for creative ways to share our harvest. About 10 miles away from Stony Point Center, there is a place called Cropsey Community Farm, which is a project of the Rockland Farm Alliance, an organization that promotes sustainable agriculture in Rockland County. Cropsey Community Farm runs a CSA, which stands for Community Supported Agriculture. Community Supported Agriculture programs invite members of a community to support local agriculture by committing to purchase a share of a farm's produce over the course of an entire growing season. CSA members usually pay up front in the spring to help farmers cover the costs of seeds and equipment, and then enjoy the farm's harvest throughout the summer and fall. Cropsey's farm manager at that time was a fellow by the name of Shane. Shane was hired to manage Cropsey at about the same time I was hired by Stony Point Center to start our farm. So we became friendly over the course of the season, checking in with each other periodically amidst the busyness of our work, asking each other for advice, and doing each other favors when we could. My phone rang once in early August, and it was Shane calling to chat. I asked about how some of his crops were doing, and the first thing he mentioned was his failed eggplant crop. "We don't have enough to give our CSA members," he said. I couldn't believe it, because we had so much eggplant at that point, we didn't know what to do with it. In fact, we had been putting off harvesting it, and the eggplants in the fields were getting so big that they were actually starting to weigh down the plants. I told this to Shane and asked if he would be interested in a trade. He got back to me the next day saying that it looked like he would have a bumper crop of winter squash that he could give us in September in exchange for the eggplant, which was great for us because we weren't growing any winter squash that season. We harvested eggplant the next day and once again the following week, and delivered a total of 330 pounds of eggplant to Cropsey Community Farm for their CSA. About 2 months later, Shane brought us over 300 pounds of butternut, acorn, and delicata squash just in time for a farm-to-table dinner we had planned to celebrate the Jewish holiday of Sukkot and raise funds for Stony Point Center's farm. After an incredibly special and joyful gathering in the sukkah we had built on campus, about 100 people, a mixture of Jewish folks from the area and a group of Methodists who were guests at Stony Point Center that week, along with close friends and family of Stony Point Center's community of living traditions and staff, enjoyed a dinner together that not only featured our homegrown produce, but our neighbors' homegrown produce as well. Thanks to the cooperative spirit that we fostered with our friends at Cropsey Community Farm.